Good evening, everyone. Treva here. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening and that you're looking forward to a brand new year. I know I am. It'll be amazing. It certainly couldn't be any worse than this year. I guess it could be, They always say, well, it could always be worse, but sometimes I wonder. Maybe it could, maybe it couldn't. But, I was thinking, about people, growing up, how, our parents that were struggling, because I wasn't born to a rich family. I don't know if you were, but they would just make the excuse that, money is the root of all evil. Well, I've come to find out that that can be actually true. Money can be the root of all evil. So, but it's the worship of money is the root to all evil. And, it's proven it over and over and over again with some people here that went to great lengths to steal some money and to commit fraud against me, to make me look as if I'm not who I am, that I'm not dependable, or that there's something wrong with me. Well, there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. And it's really sad that people would go to such great lengths to destroy their own lives, their very lives, the lives of their children, on and on and on, and just keep doing it, which is really bizarre. I can't even imagine what would do that. Okay, what would make a person do that? It's beyond anything that I can even begin to understand. When skipping my own upbringing and the toxicity that was in my own home, and I won't go into that detail right now, but when I got married and I started having children, I knew right from the start what really mattered. I mean, I knew it was, being a mother and my relationships in, what really mattered. It never, because maybe it was because I wasn't raised with money that I didn't put all my feelings about it, to where that was the only thing that I ever thought about. It just wasn't. It was the simple things that really intrigued me. There's so many other ways to be happy. I didn't need money to particularly make me happy, although I love to have it. I mean, who doesn't love to have it? I mean, we do need it. And there's nothing wrong with money, of course not, just not in and of itself. We need it to survive, and, good things and good blessings can happen because of it. But when we focus and model our lives to only care about having it at all costs, no matter who we hurt or harm, to a point of obsession, then money is absolutely the root of all evil, because you're not considering the things in life that matter. And so my challenge is to think, okay, what actually matters to you? Because you can't take the money when you die. If you had to choose money, or maybe giving all that money to the hospital to save a child or to save your wife, would you sell your house or refinance your house to be able to pay for that treatment? What would you do for the people that you love? And is money the whole thing? Is that all that really matters? I really, I don't know what's happened out there in the world to make this shift like this. Yes, being successful and having money, that would be great. But I've never put all of my feelings into that, because, first of all, my story is different because, I didn't think I was going to be around anyway. So I was putting my value into singing. I love to sing. That's what I do. It's my favorite thing to do. And I've been doing it my whole life, and, I'm pretty good at it. And so that's where my focus is. And my children and, and God, my relationship with God, I didn't even cross my mind to suspect, that my family didn't really care about me and that they were stealing behind my back. I wouldn't automatically have thought that, but, I was, open and listening to what was going on, and knew that there were some peculiarities that were going on with my channel, and trying to get my voice out there, singing and speaking. And so, of course, there was no question that I was being targeted on Star Maker. And then when I left Star Maker, that they followed me over to the social platforms, and that my family was acting really strange, and things were just going on. Okay, I knew that there was some funny business going on there, and and so and also I picked up all the energy that was coming at me from you know having stepped back away from the LDS church, and accepted some that maybe for me that wasn't working out. It wasn't what I felt was right for me. And when I did that, a lot of people got mad at me. It was like the minute I decided to step back from it, all of a sudden I'm getting more attacked, but I have my reason. I have some really good solid reasons too. And and the more I'm getting attacked because of the church aspect of it, the more it makes me feel like I'm right to have stepped away, because you should be able to make your choice about your religion, and you should be able to make choices about what it is you want to do with your life. Nobody else should have that kind of power over you to tell you how to live your life. No one. And so don't you find that rather strange that by just simply living my own life, not bothering another single soul, that somehow me singing and me getting getting to where I have people that are listening to me, or that I make a decision that's best for me and my well-being, to step away from something that's not serving me, only for them to prove to me that they're not serving me in that religious and spiritual and kind sort of way. I was being attacked because of it, which really sheds a whole lot of light on how correct I'm obviously. If leaving is so offensive, it seems to me that, you would just be quiet about it. You'd say, oh, that poor misguided thing, that's just so sad. We'll just have to pray for her. You could do that and just not even bother me about it. But no, that isn't what happened. My family decided to attack me, different members of the church from the ward that I was in over there in Saratoga Springs. And, just simply because, I have some spiritual gifts that I didn't ask for. I was born with them, and because I admitted that was true, which my family already knew that was true, and which they're kind of hypocritical about that too, because I know that I've learned from this investigation that they're also doing witchcraft. And so but I wasn't doing witchcraft. They were. I was just praying. I wasn't doing any witchcraft. I just have very acute intuition, the ability to really see what's going on around me. And it's just a natural thing. It's not something to be scared of. It's just that some people, we all have gifts. I have that one. I can just tell what's going on. And so, but I wasn't threatening anybody, doing anything to anyone. And I've been sitting here patiently waiting for the detectives to do their jobs and get all this stuff out there. Not only that, but to find out that somebody that I was married to a bazillion years ago, that's an attorney, married somebody else in my name to get power of attorney over me, over my money, my inheritance that they were trying to hide from me, and had been doing so for 10 years. Some serious heavy-duty crime has been going on. And it's just been mind-blowing. And then you want to ask me how I'm handling this, but I can't even begin to tell you how painful, especially in the beginning, that it was. But I realized that this is really about money again. Okay, this is about, they were stealing money. My family from childhood were stealing money for a really long time. And then Star Maker got mad because I was given a gift, and they tried to steal that money. So they hooked up with my family, who was already stealing, and it got complicated. Oh, and the ex-husband attorney guy who got all the judicials and police and other people involved with this crime, to say that I'm somebody that I'm absolutely not. And the truth is that, I have enough evidence to know what was going on in the condo. I know that my mail was being stolen. I know that Kent was involved. Kent, and I talked to the judge when they took my truck, and I went to court, and I talked to the judge about Kent, and I knew that it was him, that, he didn't deny it. And so, but, I hadn't seen this ex-husband, like, only once in 2012 did I see him for the divorce hearing. But I left in 2008, and it was a really good, a very good reason. And I've mentioned that in the past, so I don't need to go over that again. But I had nothing to do with, absolutely nothing to do with the guy. And here he is doing all of this fraud to take money from me with my family. It's like, I don't know what these guys are drinking or smoking, but they're doing something, and it's beyond ridiculous. Just beyond. And so there's no way you can just dial back and erase what I've already experienced, what I've already seen you guys do. So it's just baloney that you would continue on even lying about it, because I was there. I lived in the condo. I know what happened at Brenda's, and and the circumstances that I left Brenda's and went over to this new condo, and so there's just come on. It is what it is. And that I know. So it's just kind of silly at this point. But, but the truth is, the truth in its entirety will come out. I have no romantic feelings toward anyone. And so let's just get that all on the table right now. I have no zero nada love or respect for any of my exes. None whatsoever. I'm perfectly happy by myself. I'm not lonesome. I'm happy, and if, so what? I expected that by now I was told that, I had metastatic breast cancer, that I wasn't going to make it. So the only thing I wanted to do is sing. And if somebody doesn't think that that's doing something with my life, that's your problem. It's not how I feel. To me, I'm doing everything that matters to me. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to be happy. I wanted to sing my heart out to the day I died, and it didn't matter what else I did. Nothing. I wasn't bothering anybody. I wasn't doing anything to anybody. I was just singing. I wanted to sing until the day I died. That was my goal. That was my plan. Didn't think I was going to be around as long as I am, but here I am, still singing. And that's still what I want to do. That's one of the things I want to do. I probably will take some classes in criminal investigation. I probably will. in forensic science. I think that would be a good thing for me to do, some way, in that way. I just find it really, really sad that people would throw their entire lives and careers away just to be able to hurt another human being, and thinking, oh, well, we've done this before, we can just do this again, no big deal. You never know what's going to happen or what's going to happen. Sooner or later, you're just going to get caught, whether it would have been this time or next time, or you just would. You'd be carrying that negative energy with you like a ball in a chain, and you would never really get past it. No way. And the moments that you thought, ooh, we did this thing, we were so successful, we got away with that, man. No, there's still this sludge that's hanging around your aura. You're just going to be like gooey and gross forever, because you did something really nasty with your own personal life. And, there's choices. We got to make choices. Do I want to do something high energy? Do I do low energy? What do I want to do that's going to make a difference in my life? And, how much am I going to let the decisions of others affect me and my path? Because nobody's going to have that kind of power. No. To take my energy or to make me think of myself in a way that's absolutely not true. I know who I am, and I'm a very good person. And thank you. I'm wiser today too. I'm a lot wiser. It's sad that I'm not able to be as trusting ever again with people, that I'm going to have to really, I hate to be, I don't want to think badly of others, and I'm pretty sure I won't do that. But, but trust really does have to be earned. I was just thinking, oh, well, this is my family, or these people are Mormons, these people are good. They're not going to hurt me. They love Jesus, right? Right? They know what's right and wrong. They're not going to, I mean, I know they're not perfect. They might gossip, but boy, do they gossip, man, really. So, but I don't want to just, I'm just being forthcoming here. I'm just telling you how I really feel. I'm really sorry that you're going to have to face so much karma. That's going to really stink, because it wasn't because of me. It's because of you. It's because of what you guys decided to do. And it's really, you, when we go out in this world, we have to make decisions of, what it is that we want to take back onto ourselves, right? Now, all of us have made mistakes. I've made mistakes in my youth, not knowing what was right, always knowing what's right or what's wrong, just, kind of reacting to, different disasters that came into my life, and not knowing really how to cope with my feelings about them. And that could be a part of it, is learning how to cope with your own personal feelings. But I never, even in my darkest moments, though, I didn't just deliberately make a plan, plot it out, get a bunch of people involved, and then go and do a plan against an innocent person. Never done it. Never even crossed my mind. That's not what people do, right? I mean, really? That's what people are spending their time doing that are religious? I so I'm really having a problem with any kind of organized religion, because I realize that is just a major mask. You can just put on this mask, oh, I'm a good little girl, I go to church every single Sunday. But so-and-so who doesn't go to church very, oh, they must be a terrible person, because I never see her at church. Do you realize how little that has to do with the kind of person that someone is whether they go to church or not? You don't even know. This, because you can get dressed up and go in there, and this is a big deal in LDS faith, because it's all appearances, okay? It's a show. It's very much a show, and it's image. In fact, there's this, I saw this truck out there. It really impressed me. So image is everything. Image is everything. But if your image is just an image, that means it's a mask. It's just a mask. It isn't really who you are. It's how you want to present yourself to be. And I'm finding that is completely different than who actually these people are. They're not. I heard that they were even down in the temple doing ceremonies, evil ceremonies, so that I would get sick and die real quick, so that they wouldn't get caught. You don't have to believe me, okay? I really don't care if you believe me or not. But I can tell you this, that if you do listen to me, you're going to get all the facts, the best facts that I've got. And if I'm wrong, it wouldn't be because I lied to you. It was because somebody misguided me. But I'm not being misguided, because everybody's saying the same thing. How many times do people have to say the exact same things going on before you figure out, well, they can't all be wrong, There's going to be a great big portion of that's going to be true. And so I'm trying to tell you to keep your eyes open, because if you don't know what's going on, you're going to want to pay attention, because what's going on, what seems to be, is not exactly what actually is really going on. And if you're willing to crucify somebody because they're telling you, they crucified Jesus because he went and told you that Moses' law is no longer, no, we don't need to do Moses' law anymore. We're not going to be cutting your hand off if you steal. However, you will still have to, pay for your, there is mercy and there is forgiveness, but you're going to have to pay for your crime still in some way, right? But Jesus taught a different, more compassionate way of being, so we all, everyone gravitated to what Jesus, was telling us to love one another as he has loved us. But then over time and during different translations of Scripture, things kind of got a little convoluted, and there was a lot of disagreements. You have to agree with that. There's many disagreements. And so, and then during different time periods in modern culture, or in history, the church was the basis for the laws and the laws of the land, right? And so, but okay, I don't want to lose my train of thought here. But it was used and changed to control people. Okay, we're using this for laws, but it's also a form of control to keep everybody behaving properly, being good to their neighbors in a very safe, sane society. We want to be able to follow the rules. And so, it made sense. It did make sense, okay? But now it seems that people can bend the rules. Like, we can say this is the law, but behind the scenes, we're not really doing that. We're doing something else. And so I have been inundated with so many people that have pretended to be religious. And I'm not just talking about LDS people, I'm talking Christians too. They'll come across like, we are so religious and this is right and you're wrong and you need to follow us or you don't love God, And it's just like they've got their own idea of what is right and what's wrong, and then they want to push that on you, and you have to look at yourself and say, well, I kind of disagree with what you're saying, I do, and it's just, I have to, now I can't even look at religious people and say, okay, are you telling me how you really feel, or are you telling me what you want me to believe that you're saying for some kind of an agenda? Because lately that's all it's been, is using religion for an agenda. And I'm so disappointed, because it's like taking this bubble of beauty and families forever and having Shangri-La, and that we're all going to be together as a family when we grow. All of these things that that we were taught, all of a sudden it just doesn't mean as much anymore, because people are not standing back, and they're not standing for what they believe in. They're not. If they really believe those things, then why would they be willing to persecute somebody that disagreed with them? Why would they even care? We come from America. We have our constitutional rights and privileges. We have a right to be the person that we are, and to be able to say the things that we need to say, even if it is giving evidence to crimes and that people don't want to know, And you don't want to obstruct justice, because that's a big crime too, along with fraud and theft and all that. So I don't mean to be, well, no, I guess I do. I just want to be honest, because I am tired of tiptoeing around and minding my P's and Q's while everybody else just trashes me and runs all over me, and I'm not willing to play that game. I don't care what you want to say, what you want to do. I am somebody that genuinely cares about people. I really do. And if you aren't one of those, you probably aren't going to like me. That's okay, because I stand by people. I stand by innocent people. Somebody doesn't have to be anything to please me. They can be themselves. It either works for me or it doesn't. But I'm certainly not going to go and try to wreck their life if they're not following along with me. You have freedom to live your own life and be the person that you are meant to be. Nobody has the right to tell you who to be and who not to be. You have the right to go into religion or not to go to a religion. You have the right to sing a song or not sing a song. You can sing rock music. You can sing classical. You can do whatever, you know what I mean? There's certain things that are not breaking the law, that shouldn't be bothering anyone, that you should be able to do without having any kind of persecution whatsoever. And that is the point, This is all just as plain as the noses on our face, and I don't know why we're having this argument, except for one thing. It's about stealing an inheritance, maybe stealing a child, stealing what belongs to them, persecuting that person to make them feel lousy about themselves, persecuting them to the point to make them want to kill themselves, thinking that no one loves them. That's how far they went. so that I wouldn't want to be alive. Put cameras in the bathroom, in the bedroom. Put me on reality TV. All of this I didn't know. So I'm in the bathroom. I can take my clothes off and get in the bathtub, get in the shower, not knowing that I'm there for the whole world to see. And you think that I'm just going to let it go? Just, oh well, no big deal. No, that's pretty serious. And what can I do? You did what you did. I'm not going to put up with it, nor should anybody want to put up with that if that happened to them. No way. And the worst has already been done. You can't blackmail me or anything like that. It's not going to work. You guys are criminals. The people that did this, you are criminals. You are not going to get away with it. No way. No way. One way or the other. It's going to get you one way or another. Maybe next week. It'll get you. One way or another. I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you one way. Maybe next week. I'm going to get you. Yep, it will. It's going to catch up with you. And there's not anything you can do about it. Nothing. But look at yourself. See exactly who you are. And figure out what you're going to do to clean up your mess. To become a better person and to realize how completely cruel, heartless, remorseless, no compassion, that you would go out and hurt my life and other innocent people's lives as well, because you think you're better than somebody else. You're not. That's the scary thing, is when you find out that you're not better than somebody else, and that you cannot tell somebody else how to live their life. And you can't come and just erase somebody's name off of a will or a inherit or a form and then write your name on. Or you can't falsely marry somebody behind their back pretending like you're their spouse when you're not, to get power of attorney over their inheritance. Or to say, she's crazy, so we're going to do this, Well, you can say I'm crazy as long as you want to, but I already know. So there's no way to to really pretend this away. It is what it is, and it's going to happen. You're gonna get caught, and there's no way to get out of it. I really have nothing to do with that. It's just going to happen, with or without me. It's just, every time you've got a secret, somehow it just comes out, and it has nothing to do with the person. It has to do with you, what you did, your choices. And it won't be me. I'll be gone. It'll be in the past. It's really already in the past for me, but not for you. It's still your problem. It's not mine. And I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. I know the Lord loves me. I know He does. And there's nothing that you can say or anyone else can say to make me believe otherwise, because I know He does. And He loves all of us. He does. And He does not just let people trash His believers, the people that He has gifted, no matter whether you like their gift or not. He gifted that person that way. You be happy with your gifts. Let them be happy with theirs. Everybody's got gifts. You're not left out. I hope you find your way, those that involve themselves in this massacre of my life and massacre of even other people's lives. I wouldn't be you. Oh, I wouldn't want to be you for anything in this world. Because life is not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be, where we care about each other. We support each other, cheer each other on, be a decent human being, basically. Because those kind of qualities are really going to get you places, not the other way around. And so the more big or confident you get, if you start feeling like you're bigger than everyone else and that you can act any way you want to and get away with it, you're going to be humbled. And it's not true just for you, but for anyone that behaves that way. Well, I hope some lessons are learned for the long run. I am worth loving. I am of sound mind and sound spirit. I love the talents that Heavenly Father has chosen to give to me, and I'm so grateful for them. I am so grateful for a Father in heaven that's made me strong, that's helped me to really believe in myself, no matter what anybody else says. That I am special and I am worth fighting for. And I've said that I am worth fighting for. And I know that I am. Everything these people said, they knew that it wasn't true. They just made the stuff up because they wanted to get away with something. Stealing, getting the power of attorney to control everything. But, love and truth finds a way. Now, again, I want to reiterate, I am not whatsoever interested in any of my exes, okay? At all. You kind of make me want to throw up. No. Never was even thinking about you. You were like furthest thing from my mind until I had no choice because people were telling me what you were doing. But, it's just gross, okay? No, we're done, okay? Do you understand? I do not love you at all. No. Okay? It's over. It's time to realize, for real, I don't want you, okay? Goodbye. Good luck. You're gonna need it.